going on, you guys? So the Raiders, they got a lot of things going on. Obviously, lots up in the air with what they're going to do with this franchise moving forward, but we got to get it out. We got to get our top 5 draft needs as it stands right now before free agency, really before the season ends. Obviously, head coach, GM, they're going to come in, they're going to try to figure this whole thing out. So top 5 draft needs, here we go. So first off the bat, I think this one is pretty self-explanatory. Everybody's going to be talking about it this offseason. Quarterback. Obviously, I think a lot of people are saying that Aiden O'Connell isn't the guy. We've actually stood on the table for Aiden O'Connell because we believe in him. And I think that, honestly, if you get him another weapon and shore up that defense, I really think that he could do your team some good here. Even if you just, because the thing about this quarterback draft class is I'm not crazy about it. I do like Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward, but I'm not necessarily sure that either one is worth a top 5 pick, if I'm just being perfectly honest with you. So that's kind of how I'm seeing this thing. Is the quarterback is a need, yes, but for the right price. Number 2. I think it's corner. There is a lot of good corners in this draft, and the Raiders, honestly, at 6 might be in line for the best one in Will Johnson coming up out of Michigan. There's honestly, Siobhan Ravel. There's Maxwell coming up out of UCLA. There's so many good corners in this draft class that there's no excuse for the Raiders not to finally get this cornerback room under wraps, and I think it's going to be something to watch. Number 3, I think, is wide receiver, where if they didn't address wide receiver as soon, I think that would be okay, because I think you do bring back Jacoby Myers on extension. You do also have Brock Bowers, who's a stud, best tight end in the league. I said what I said, as well as Trey Tucker. After that, I'm looking for that number 4, number 5 spot to be really filled out. But, I really like where the Raiders quarterback class is, wide receiver room is, But I also do think that I do want a number 1A. And I think that Jacoby Myers is more of a 1B. But can you get by with these receivers? Maybe. Number 4 is running back, where I'm as a Raiders and Vikings fan, I love Alexander Mattison, but I don't think he is a guy that's going to transform your running back room. And anytime you're relying on him the Vikings did that last year and it didn't exactly pan out. Anytime you're relying on him or a over 30 years old Amir Abdullah to be your number 1 backs, not usually a good look. So obviously there's some good running backs in this class. Could you go and draft Ashton Jeanty at number 6? Maybe. Yeah, I think that would make some sense. I mean, he is a generational talent. I don't care what anybody says about the running back position, but he is a generational talent. And I do think that a lot of NFL teams are waking up to what the running back position is. Not all running backs are built the same, especially with guys like Ashton Jeanty in this draft and all that kind of stuff, especially with what we've seen with Saquon, even Christian McCaffrey to a degree last year, too. So I think that there's a lot of reasons, even Derrick Henry, like not all running backs are created the same. And so I think that NFL teams are really waking up back up to that fact. And number 5 is defensive tackle. So Christian Wilkins to me is a stud. And I think he is more of a natural 3-eye or maybe a 4 fit, as opposed to being a head up over the guard or head up over the center. I think that he needs to be more in line with the quick penetrator and the penetrator, and then you need to have a defensive tackle that just goes and collects double teams for you, so your linebackers can flow sideline to sideline. And so overall, yes, I think that the Raiders, they got a lot of needs, a lot of things they're going to figure out, but I think those are the top 5 draft needs as it stands right now before free agency, before a lot of this stuff has happened. And yes, there's going to be some things happen, but I am encouraged with what Tom Brady and Davis are doing to really start out this team in the right spot. But overall, let us know what you guys think. Did we miss anything as far as the top 5 draft needs for the Raiders? Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next video.